Addicts, today started in Victoria with a simple plan. Link up with Doug from Island Pacific Boys, ride north, then cut west across Vancouver Island towards the town of Tofino. But somewhere between the forest, the water, and Highway 4, this ride stopped feeling like just another travel day. By the time we hit the coast and ended the night at the Wild Pacific Trail, it felt like we had ridden all the way to the edge of the world. And trust me, Highway 4 is only part of why this ride was awesome.
Either. Oh look, Hitch made a friend. Take another one. Oh, we didn't get there in time.
The day started in Victoria with a pretty simple mission. Meet up with Doug from Island Pacific Boys, share a ride, head north toward Nanaimo, then turn west and make our way across Vancouver Island toward Tofino. Simple enough on a map, eh? Nope. The good rides are never just a line on a map. A map can't show you the way the air changes when you get closer to the water. It can't show you the way a road can go from calm to cinematic almost instantly. And it definitely can't show you what it feels like when you spend a day riding with your boys, linked up with locals who know the island like the back of their hand, eating good food, laughing at just about everything, and then finding yourself standing at the edge of the ocean at night, thinking, this is exactly why we do this. So I walk in, and the first thing I did is I looked to the side to see if Hitch was getting a coffee, because I thought, that's a long time for him to be in there, right? I didn't see him, so I went to the washroom, as they call it in Canada. Not a bathroom, I'm realizing that. So I hear a guy in there, right, rummaging around doing stuff, but I'm like, standing there waiting. I'm like, all right, it's freaking Hitch. I'm gonna give him some crap, right? So I go to check the handle, and it's unlocked. So I think I'm walking in on Hitch. I open up the door, and there's a dude sitting there doing his stuff, and it wasn't Hitch. So I closed the door and made a run for the trees where I used the restroom, because I wasn't going to wait there to have that guy come
I was
back
wondering what the heck you were coming out of the bushes for.
You know what would have been? Hey, you would have been funny is if you'd have got some paper towels wet and threw it in there like Hitch did to you in Idaho.
All right.
One of the coolest parts of creating this channel is the fact that motorcycles keep introducing us to people we probably would have never met any other way. Motorcycles is what led to meeting up with Doug.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio.
Meeting Doug and swapping stories was a great start, but what about the rest of the Island Pacific Boys? Well, I guess they are down the road waiting for us to arrive. There's something different about motorcyclists meeting for the first time. It's just easy and natural. No awkwardness, no weird energy, just riders meeting riders, talking Harleys, talking road stories, and talking gear.
Dude, oh, I love it. He's like, he reminds me of me. He reminds me of me. So check this out. This is kind of cool because YouTube aside, you could run into a biker in any country. We ran into a bunch of guys from, I don't know where they're from, India?
Well, they were Indian as far as their culture and where they came from, but they were locals from Calgary, Alberta.
Yeah, but they were all riding Harleys. We were all riding Harleys. We had our picture taken with them. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, they were wearing.
We rode with them on the ferry getting across there. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
We'll probably see them again today somewhere. They just went by now.
So they're yesterday they said they were leaving from Nanaimo today to head start. What's that?
Campbell River, did you say? There's a big ride up there.
Oh, maybe.
A real ride.
Maybe.
No.
I just know they're heading back. Back that way, and then heading back towards Calgary.
Okay.
At the end of the week. So.
Good times.
Very cool.
We're hanging out with the Island Pacific boys. Not to be confused with the Pacific Island boys.
This time though, it was all that and more because the Island Pacific boys were basically our tour guides who became fast friends. We chatted about life on the island and the kind of riding that makes Vancouver Island special. Doug's channel is built around riding Vancouver Island and beyond on Harleys, so check him out on YouTube at Island Pacific Boys. It wasn't long before the crew was hungry, and this is where I'll say something that longtime addicts already know. Food is never filler content on this channel. Food is part of the adventure. A meal stop changes the energy of the day. Everybody slows down, the helmets come off, we start talking more about the routes, and then somebody says something dumb, and somebody else makes it funnier. And all of a sudden, the day starts feeling less like travel and more like making memories. It's hard to believe, but we're only an hour outside of Victoria, and the day is half over. Victoria has that polished coastal city vibe. It feels historic, active, and maybe a little too refined for us bikers. But the farther north you go, the more the island starts loosening up. The pace changes, the scenery gets greener, the road starts feeling less urban and more like it's become part of the land around it. That's one of the reasons motorcycle travel hits harder than your typical road trip. You don't just see the transition, you feel it. You feel the temperature shift. You smell the wilderness around you. You notice when the air changes or shifts. You hear the beating heart of your Ironhorse as it rolls down the highway. This is why I love motorcycles. The fun is not in arriving at your destination. It's all about experiencing the ride that got you there.
Holding on to yesterday, a bit
stretch that so many people highlight when they talk about heading west towards Tofino. And now, I get it. Right away, it has that feel. You are not just crossing the island anymore, you're being pulled through it. The road starts flowing through dense forest, opening and tightening in just the right rhythm. The curves are good, the scenery keeps changing, and there's this constant sense that the farther west you go, the closer you're getting to something bigger. What I liked most about Highway 4 was the flow. It's wild, but not frantic. It's just smooth West Coast vibes for miles and miles. This is the kind of road that's made for baggers. You don't fight the road, you let the corners come to you and you just roll with it. And while you're doing that, the island is putting on a show all around you. Rock croppings, towering timbers filtering light through its massive branches, water visible beside the road, disappears, then comes back again. There's never a dull moment with Mother Nature on display. And just when you think you've seen it all, you arrive in Kennedy River country and a completely different vibe.
What's up, addicts? Boss Hog here in, I don't know, somewhere in Canada. But check this place out. This is Canada. Way better than Arizona.
Kennedy Lake is the largest lake on Vancouver Island. And finally, after following it for miles, we get a chance to check out the Kennedy River that feeds this enormous lake. The route near the lake and Kennedy River gives Highway 4 a bigger, more dramatic feel. That contrast is what makes this section so memorable. One minute it feels tight and shaded. The next, it opens up and the water is there. Then the road bends again and you're right back in the trees. And this is where I think a little sentiment matters, because some places really do deserve it. A road like this reminds you that the best scenery is not always the stuff you ride straight up to. Sometimes it's better because you have to ride through it. Truthfully, the view means more when you have to work for it. Rolling into Tofino felt like reaching the far edge of the forest, which is basically what we did. We started on the east side of the island, and Tofino is on the far west side. Tofino still carries some of that isolated feeling in its identity for a reason. The town site began taking shape in the late 1890s. The first post office opened in 1909, it was incorporated in 1932, and for decades, the community depended on boats until the road that became Highway 4 finally connected it to the rest of British Columbia in 1959.
Living on the far side of town, sharing a dream with anyone. She's made it through heaven, she's made it through hell. It's just another story to tell. Have you ever felt you're missing the dream? Have you ever
Addicts, after a long day of travel, we were starving, so we headed straight for the harbor to eat at Shelter Restaurant. After all that riding to get to Tofino, there was no way we were just eating dinner and calling it a night. When planning the ride, I discovered a boardwalk meandering through the forest to a beautiful beach. Listen, Mrs. Boss Hog loves a beautiful walking path, so Tonquin Park was our next stop.
All right, I quit. Turn around and go home.
Holy cow!
Woo! I have a heart attack.
One thing we learned was that parking is a premium at Tonquin Park. Not expensive, just very few spots, and there was no way Mrs. Boss Hog would find a place to park the chase vehicle. Let's just say there is a reason that she is always in the chase vehicle and not riding two up with me on the bike. This may be the first time she has ever been on a Harley in her life.
Yeah!
Get on.
Manny on the motorcycle right there. Look at
How to
that.
get off of it though.
Let's just say I'm glad Hitch provided her the ride because she freaks out when I drive the car. Who knows how bad she would freak out on a motorcycle. I was told at some point during the planning stages of this ride that you can't go to Tofino and not visit Ucluelet. Ucluelet is home to the historic Amphitrite Point Lighthouse and the starting point of the Wild Pacific Trail. So that's where we're headed for the night. And my BIL was right. Ucluelet is beautiful, especially as the sun is setting. Addicts, today wasn't just another day on the Harley. It was filled with new friends, good food, amazing scenery, and of course, the adventure that comes with life on two wheels. Until next time, live life at 100 miles per hour. Join us next time as we tackle foggy roads, float back to the mainland, and ride what is arguably the most popular tourist attraction in all of British Columbia. We are headed to Whistler along the Sea to Sky Highway, and I promise you, you don't want to miss this ride. See you next time on Ironhorse Addiction.